Okay, here is the second graph. This graph was the first form that you learned called vertex form. And so same as the last video, I'm going to see what you do remember. When you look at an equation in vertex form, you should be able to give me the vertex almost immediately and the axis of symmetry. Remember that the axis of symmetry is the x value, and you don't need a formula for this one. Hopefully you remembered that the vertex is going to show the opposite x value that you see the sign in the parentheses. This -3 in place of the x will make this 0. And that is also common with the last one, is the x part is the x part of the vertex is the same as the axis of symmetry x, and that I could use this at the center of my table. X equals -3 is this vertical line right here. And I can also use the axis if that is more helpful. So -2 and -1 are on the right side of the table. And then -4 and -5, sorry, the left side of the graph, but above, because they're more to the left. That's where I would like you to place them. Okay. And that the equation is unique in that I don't have a lot of work for the y coordinate of the vertex. It's -3, -4. So this number does not become the opposite when you see it in the vertex. It's just whatever you see in the parentheses. That's just the fast way of coming up with the vertex. So -3, -1, 2, 3, 4. The other thing that is helpful on this problem is that in front of the parentheses, you have no there's no symbol, there's no minus. So this is going to point upward. That's a 1, which means the stretch value is 1, and this is the parent graph. You can go over 1, up 1, over 2, up 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's because 2 to the second power is 4, 1 to the first power is 1. Use the axis of symmetry as a mirror to mirror this image over to the other side. From that, I can get these y values are -3. This is -4. But like I showed in the previous video, I can also sub in -2 into the equation in place of the x. And that can maybe give me a little bit more confidence that I am graphing this correctly. So -2 plus 3 is 1, and then 1 to the second is 1, and 1 subtract 4 is -3. So you'll, again, if you knew the parent graph, you don't have to sub it in. I know on the quiz I asked you to do it, but this is the test. So if you know the parent, you don't have to show the work. And nor do you need to if you know what the parent is. But if you're not sure, definitely use the equation to help you make you feel more confident. If I were to sub in a -1 into the parentheses, I will get a +2, and then 2 to the second power is 4. 4 subtract 4 is 0. Again, you do not have to do this. I'm just doing it to confirm that my graph is correct, that I place these points correctly. The equation helps you feel confident about that. Domain is the same, all reals. The range is a greater than range because they're all greater than this value of -4. And so the increasing interval is going to be from this side of x equals -3. So that's the one. I'm going to see if you can remember that. Hopefully for increasing, you put x is greater than -3. And then for decreasing, that would be the other half of your parabola. That's that side right there. That is when x is less than -3. Hopefully you remember this one. This is vertex form. A little bit less plugging in, but a little bit more of remembering the format. Thank you. You got one more.